There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest. It's a cold zone. Even a thick coat of fur is enough to keep you warm here. Someone could probably make good use of that plastic scrap over there. The yerp fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true. The gooing of the water in the ground is spreading. There it is, the tree of life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. Old brick-bracks like that, sometimes still full of good things. That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke. Wow. Shot. You've had better days. Ooh. Get off. steel. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
It's not a race.
You only say that because you're losing. No, they're a lot.
Everything is at stake. Guess you still want more than that. Mentions a place not... Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Ah, plastic scrap like that always comes in handy. The darkness swallows everything at night. Plastic scrap like that over there could be useful. Looks like some solid wood scrap there. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility. He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots. He promised. Out of Date says there's a time for everything, and now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone. Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things. If you continue to do good, good will follow you. If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark. He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally he wants the tree to survive. He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core. The contamination disrupted what we now know as key energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate. He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head. It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real. He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground. The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out. The Ark. He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark, in the event of a cataclysm.
Denuku nunyofubu kim hobe bekuku hifar muk.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Hunto kuntue pon levun goja.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Goop in the southeast.
Atu wamawa vunko vunturupo.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Goop.
Farfarifto tuka kubu weta gono.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled.
Kuchai hifar befarbe.
Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Ye mufurbu bumu ya yumawa.
He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Oloi bobo pawek. Kuchai hifar befarbe.
Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Papa mofubak.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Papa mofubak.
Says you'll meet... Don't be feary. It probably won't bite. The tribes need someone to unite them. Hey, nice shot. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Let's see. Sand gets everywhere.
Yango. 아직 다워. 아직 못하는데 여기야. 둘사배.
Gulpo ain't the easiest tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days.
가와이다.
Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim.
수라키야. 안녕 빛니.
Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance.
안녕 빛니.
Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the...
안녕 빛니. 마반니코.
He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind. Goop says our memory keeps things for us and protects them until we are ready to face them again. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He understands why you seek revenge, but he doesn't think you realize how that'll make you feel once you claimed it.
Now you're getting into the dark groove.
See? There's always time to turn back to the light.
Oh, and you're doing so well.
If by well, you mean awful, then sure. But this is much better.
The dark always wins in the end.
Says life on the goo is wide open. You have so many choices of where to go. Some harder than others, of course. Best to stick close to the shore then, where the goo isn't so deep. That's like being close to your friends who can help when things go wrong. Figures the world is a goner. Even the goo will go gone. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Wonders why you're flapping around with the Jagni. They spend too much time nesting to do anything fun. Thinks you're only proving his point. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no... It's not that it won't keep your head above the surface, but it needs improving to carry you across the thick goo out by the porcupine. This could be the beginning of the end of everything. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
So much damage. Flash the slash.
It's a brand new day. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You're empty of ki. Well placed. The deep cut.
Had better days. Whoa, smell that? Biohazard nearby. Dusk always seems like a good time to hustle. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Mukamme. Sairuja. Stette. Yango.
He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no...
Avanya. Mukambale. Yatu buwela.
There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. You just need to find the right spots.
Lamdi was na waitevani. Yango.
Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks. Squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position.
Tenko. Yango.
The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float.
Wanaptapako.
This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink.
Itaku. Okitik. Na waitevani.
He only knows what's visible to the naked eye. Gulp is not much of a babbler and mostly keeps to himself.